hello, kiddies. Tonight's coffin caper is so crammed with ghastly greed, sickening sex, and vomitous violence that parental guidance is advised. So, guide your parents out of the room so we can have some fun. From the Crypt.
Good evening, boils and ghouls. Welcome to episode 245 of the Dummies of Horror. My name is Tim, and I'm joined, as per usual, with the Little Mushroom. How is it, brother?
Oh, buongiorno. That was real good. I like that.
Thank you. I'm in a very Tales of the Crypt mood this week.
There's a reason for that.
There is a reason. I was gonna let you guess the reason, but I'm assuming you picked up on it.
Oh, I don't need to guess it.
So this is episode 245, and yes, we are talking all things Tales from the Crypt. And since this is now a fight style podcast, we are going to be putting together the biggest fight. Probably not the biggest fight, but I'm just coining it that term because it sounds cool.
The biggest fight we've done in weeks.
Yeah. We have the two out of the three Tales from the Crypt movies. Well,
there's another one?
Kind of, not really.
Okay.
I'll talk about it later. The two real Tales from the Crypt movies, we have Demon...
Ooh, them's fighting words themselves.
They are. Yeah, I'll stick to those words, even though I've never seen the other one. But
okay.
We have Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight versus Tales from the Crypt Bordello of Blood.
Ooh.
So we're going to put these two films to the fight, and we're going to come up with a winner. Which is the best Tales from the Crypt film?
Could be interesting. I have no idea which one you'd be leaning more towards, so this will be fun.
I have no idea which one you're leaning more towards, because I can speculate which one I think, but then I'm not too sure.
You don't know.
We'll have to wait till later. Anyway, we have the usual fucking show. We've got what we've been checking out over the past fortnight. I've got a found footage movie. I came prepared this week.
Nice. I also have a semi-found footage movie.
No fucking way.
Ish. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what you think, if it's a movie or not.
You watch something besides the films you were meant to watch?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Is It Cake 2 counts, right? After the finale.
I watched like an episode of that Is It Cake?
Yeah.
Because I was fucking just absolutely bored. And
it's hard. Sometimes that shit doesn't look like cake, but it's cake, bro.
Dude, look, I'm not bragging or anything like that, but I guessed each and every single one on episode 1. I'm like, that's the cake. That's the cake.
I'm like, I didn't get all of it.
I can see how it'd be hard for a little guy like you, but for someone who's carrying around a big world championship,
fucking loves cake.
That's not the direction I was going for.
I know cake when I see it. Even if it not cake, I eat it like it's cake.
Fuck off. Anyway, we're not here to talk about cake or food or anything like that. We're not starting the episode like this again.
I would never. Never.
No, it's not. That's not you to do that.
So upsetting. Last week,
here we go.
I made raspberry brownies, right? And they fucking tasted great. But I was trying to go for like hella fudgy ones.
Yep.
And I just didn't fucking... I thought I put them in there long enough, but you can't do the stick thing.
Yeah.
You know where you put it in the thing and you pull it out and you're like, if there's nothing on there, it's cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that. And so, I thought I had it done, but it was so under. When I, actually went to cut it, it was devastating. I basically just made, raspberry chocolate fudge. Which, I still ate it. But
couldn't you just put it back in the oven for a little bit longer?
No, I let it cool for ages.
So? I am horrible at baking. You are far superior with baking, but...
I actually don't know. I've never tried that. Maybe I didn't want to burn it, But yeah. I don't know.
I get you. I get you.
But by that point, I'd have to preheat. I don't know. Maybe I can next time. But
I get you, man. I cooked a 6.5 kilo brisket on the smoker the other day.
Nice.
I cooked it a little too long. It was still great, but it just was too tender.
It's a bummer, right? When you spend so long on it, and it's just down to should I have left it in there for a few more minutes, or should I have pulled it early?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Feel your pain. That's a real horror story. You know what I mean?
It is.
There you go. Turn it around.
Screwing up your food after
bringing it full circle.
Hey, speaking about random stuff before we get into the show,
yes.
This might be the last ever Dummies of Horror episode.
Thank God.
Jesus Christ. I'm sure fucking Scott and Heather and Rob are all there agreeing with you right now. Oh, we can finally stop talking to them.
Nodding their heads in unison. Arms folded.
Rob's probably, I've got fucking Simon and Garfunkel to listen to. I don't have time to listen to Dummies of Horror.
He's spinning it up as we speak.
Anyway, yeah, so I might be dead next week.
Oh, fuck yeah, nice.
Well, next episode. Thanks, man. So, me and the wife and I,
your wife,
the Belle from Hell, have our 5th wedding anniversary. Not this weekend, coming the weekend after.
Congratulations. Next week, congratulations.
Thank you. We survived 5 years without killing each other, which was
just.
Yeah, it was not expected. But anyway,
I mean, I fucking lost.
You guys
going out ages ago.
Thanks. To celebrate, listen to this. You're gonna fucking be so jealous about this.
I don't know. Is it staying at home jerking off?
No, it's something much more up your wheelhouse.
Okay.
We've decided
that's
to hire.
Pretty in my wheelhouse.
We've decided to hire. Well,
yep.
Yeah, hire.
Right.
Book a cabin in the woods.
Ooh.
And when I say
Dead style,
when I say cabin in the woods, I'm talking Evil Dead style, to the point that you basically need a 4-wheel drive vehicle to get to this place. There is no electricity. There is no Wi-Fi. There is no phone reception. Get out of here. No phone reception.
Get out of here with your phone reception.
Yeah, I'm gonna be off the grid for 3 days next weekend.
Shit.
All that's there. And when I say no electricity,
I was going to call you anyway, but still.
When I say there's no electricity, I mean there is, but it's solar power. But this thing's in the fucking
How sustainable.
It's in the heart of the fucking woods.
Nice. Or the bush.
The bush, yeah. So yeah. The funny thing is,
super up my alley.
This kind of ties into.
I mean,
horror.
I'd watch the movie.
What movie? What?
I said I'd watch the movie, but I'd have to get so many battery packs and generators and shit out there.
Well, I already said I'm taking my laptop so we can chill and watch Cabin in the Woods or Evil Dead.
What would
Something
I
like
take?
that.
Probably take all my portables, just fully charged, so in case, like, the solar power doesn't have enough to charge them again.
I don't
But
think this
mainly
thing has PowerPoints.
Doesn't it have PowerPoints?
I don't think so. I think the solar panel is for, like, hot water and lighting only.
I would have to do a lot of prep for this trip.
I
think
know
they
exactly what you would do. You'd say, no, I'm not going to go. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
That's you.
Yeah, I would go.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking if I had to go. Oh, they do make solar charged power banks. So I guess as long as I charged it up enough during the day and had like maybe 3 or 4 of them that I was kind of switching out.
Yeah, but knowing your luck, it would be like the stormiest day ever, so there'd be no sun.
Oh, better bloody not.
That'd be hilarious.
That's why I'd buy backup UV lamps and charge them from the car.
But the funny thing about, like, we booked this place and we're like, this is going to be cool. It's got like 3 different fireplaces, right? So we're just going to sit around whatever campfire we want because there's fucking 3 of them.
Nice.
And just like, I don't know.
You have to show us photos, like legit.
Yeah. It's mad. It's got an outdoor shower, dude.
Be mad for like, I mean, you probably hallucinogens, but you're probably not going to do that.
I would. I don't know, dude. Look, okay. Here's the thing.
Some of you would love to.
I would love to. I would, but here's the thing, right? So we booked it. We're all excited, and then the kids wanted to watch a movie, so we put on Cabin in the Woods. Right? You've seen it.
Why did you do that? They're terrified.
No, the kids they're fine. They watched fucking.
Yeah. They watched with you the other day, Friday the 13th or some shit.
No, what? Fuck me. It's on Patreon. I just did an episode about it. Scream.
I saw the Scream. That's what it was. I knew it was like a classic slasher.
Yeah. Yeah, they watched Scream. So Cabin in the Woods is nothing. They wanted something with monsters. So I gave them all the monsters.
Yeah. Spoilers.
But you know the scene in Cabin in the Woods where the cellar door just bursts open? Mm-hmm. Julissa asked me, she goes, so when we're staying at the cabin, what would you do if that happened to us? And like, my horror mind was like, there's no way we'd be in the car on the way home. But then I got to thinking, I'm like, yeah, that's what I should be doing, but I'm a cat and curiosity is going to get me.
Yeah.
Right? I'd definitely be going down there to check out what's happening. And then I would die.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
And knowing me, I'd get the fucking pinhead dude that would take my soul to hell. So, yeah.
Get all sorts out of there.
Just want to use fucking a jar of mayonnaise for lube. So if this is the last episode of Dummies for Horror, it's been great knowing you. Just know that my soul is in hell and I'm being arse raped by Pinhead.
I mean, I don't know about everyone else, but it does give me like a definite sense of comfort.
You're like the best friend I've ever had.
Doesn't that suck?
Anyway, all right, dude. We've got a fucking massive show.
Okay.
We got to do question of the week, and fuck me, we have some answers. So let's get into it. Question of the week.
Should be more answers of the week, really. Anyway, go on.
Question of the week. Fucking smartass. All right, question of the week. So, the question for last time was, what is the worst sequel ever? Ever. Okay. All right,
ever.
Dude, I'm just going to try and smash this because there's a lot.
Okay.
All right, so Aaron Barita says Highlander 2. Never seen it. Can't comment.
Yeah, because you'd think there could only be one, right?
Yeah. Matt Sermon.
Unacknowledged. Rough. I felt that.
Matt Sermon, aka Metal Matt, says Exorcist 2. He is correct. B. Dramine says The Human Centipede 3. I'm going to fight Bede on this. I enjoyed The Human Centipede 3. It's not a good movie, but it made me laugh a lot.
I don't think I've seen it. I think I've definitely seen the first two. I'm not sure if I saw the third one.
You,
that one escaped me.
I remember you loved the first one because of Dieter Laser, the doctor. You thought he was funny?
He is funny.
Yeah, so if you want to see the same actor but playing a like prison warden,
Yeah.
I found it funny. He just screams the whole time, but I just found it amusing.
Is it like, is there only three of them?
Yeah.
There's 4? 3?
3.
Oh, you could do like a back-to-back-to-back, like a proper human centipede.
You could. The second one's probably the most disturbing.
That's the one where he makes like 100 centipede or whatever, right? Like a millipede.
No, that's number 3. Number 2 is where he makes like a 20.
21. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta watch them again. I guess they
Rhiannon...
just keep getting longer.
Sorry?
Guess they just keep getting longer, right?
They
Like, what else do you do? Stack them?
make like a
human pyramid.
a human scorpion. Alright. Rhiannon Elizabeth Irons says Cabin Fever 2, Spring Break. It's been
I haven't seen that.
It's been a while since I've seen it, so I'm not going to comment on it. Donna Nelly says, I think people are forgetting Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 exists. No, Don! Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 is a ball of fun.
Is that the only one I've seen?
Probably, yeah.
The one where I feel like we've done it.
He raises his eyebrows like 300 times.
Oh, yeah, he's like,
Yeah, it's great. Trucker Trent says, The Ring 2. Well.
well.
Wah Smythe says, I'm not confident enough to say there's such existence. My list is a candle burning at both ends. This is tough. I could say the Blair Witch movies. I could all some of the Halloween movies after the original. I really enjoyed the third one in the series. Children of the Corn number 1 was great. Afterwards, the series was horrible. Poltergeist, the reboot, was horrible. The Wolfman reboot never should have been made. I disagree. Once again, you're asking a tough, opinionated question. Well, yeah, it's your opinion. I'm not asking for the right answer. I just want to know your answer. But no, he does make a point with Children of the Corn. I haven't seen any of the sequels, and there's reason to that, because I don't want to.
I haven't seen any of the Corn Children's.
I wasn't big onto the first one. That's why I've never seen the sequels.
It looks creepy, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. One day, maybe.
Outlander! It's funny.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, he just keeps screaming Outlander, but he's got a really fucking weird voice.
Okay.
Robert Humphrey says, the sequel to Horror for Dummies is pretty bad. If you're looking for a movie, I would have to go with The Exorcist 2. I don't think we have seen such a steep decline in a span of one film.
Yeah.
I don't know what the sequel to Horror for Dummies is, since...
Dummies of Horror?
Yeah, we're Dummies of Horror. We're not Horror for Dummies. I don't know what he's talking about.
Nor have we legally ever been.
Yeah, that's right. Alan Chacha says... Halloween Ends. I'd rather sit in an anthill than watch that again. I'd rather watch Demon Wind twice. Holy fuck. That is some heavy hate for Halloween Ends.
I'd like Demon Wind, and I'd watch Halloween Ends again, too.
Fuck, yuck. I'd watch Demon Wind 30 times than watch Halloween Ends.
You would watch it 50 times.
Pat Yee says Star Wars Attack of the Clones.
You see, Attack of the Clones grew on me, but only because of the cartoon series.
Yeah, okay.
I would definitely say the sequel trilogy is the worst, especially 9. 9's fucking dog shit. Anyway,
okay. Willis Wheeler says Jason Goes to Hell. I can see why he says that. Russell A. Calhoun says Thor, Love and Thunder. Which
it wasn't great.
My kids were watching right now, actually.
As of
this recording, yeah.
It's like hearing that fucking overplayed goat noise.
I never thought I'd get over screaming goats. And I haven't even seen the movie in full. I just keep walking past. Why do those goats keep screaming?
Because Taika thought it was funny at the time, I guess.
It is funny, but he's very trigger happy with it.
It's just, it was... I didn't hate it overall, but like, just Ragnarok was so good.
Yeah.
And then Love and Thunder was pretty okay. And it was, yeah.
That's fair. Taika Waititi should make the remake of Silence of the Lambs, but call it Silence of the Goats.
I'd watch it. I'd watch anything he does, man, to be honest.
So
like I said,
I.
it's probably my least favorite Taika Waititi thing. And I still like it a lot, so...
There we go. Dario Z says...
also, if anyone hasn't seen Our Flag Means Death, it's fucking great, and watch it.
There you go. Dario Z says, Jason Goes to Hell, but I haven't seen so many of the bad sequels from Howling, Children of the Corn, and all the other lesser-known franchises in the 80s. I try to skip bad movies. Lol. Yeah, Dario, I'm the same.
Yeah, me too, but unfortunately sometimes I don't have a choice.
Yeah. I don't know why he's calling himself Dario. I know it's you, Dave Z. Don't lie to me.
Sneaky bitch.
Samantha Day, said...
Smashed it.
She said Kindergarten Cop 2.
Is it Kindergarten Cop 2?
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren is in it.
That's funny.
It's like... It was made... When was it made? Like in the 2000s?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was like years after the original.
Not even peak Dolph.
No. I haven't seen it, so I can't comment on it, but yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Marcy Papandria says, Speed 2, Cruise Control.
I kind of liked
I thought
Speed
Speed 2 was
yeah.
good. I haven't seen it for a long time. Okay.
Also, that caveat as well.
Mark Striano, sorry Mark if I mispronounced your name, he says Howling 2, Exorcist 2, and Toolbox Murders 2. I didn't realise there was a Toolbox Murders 2, but there we go.
I didn't realise there was a Toolbox Murders, so...
Yeah, that was... yeah.
Always a step behind, I am.
Zim Vader. Alright, here we go.
Okay. Big breath.
So there's a trilogy of trilogies of shit, or as I like to call it, a fuck your dirty little Boris fingers out of my favourite franchise. Boris trilogies, as I call them. Terminator. I can't even do this with a straight face.
Okay.
Terminators 3, 4, and 5. Yuck. Halloween 6, Zombie 2, and Halloween fucking Ends. Yuck, yuck. Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, 4, and 5. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Honourable mention to Spiral and Jigsaw. You are now only one more AIDSy entry away from acceptance into the book of shit.
Hey, it might be this one, this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and The Last Jedi, fuck off. Fuck right off.
Thank you.
Eat it.
I agree. Ah, so much.
Just eat a dick, choke on it, and then fuck off while choking on said dick. And Jaws 3, you piece of shit, even Jaws 4 hates you. I don't know why they're called Boris trilogies, but okay. Thank you, Zim. That was funny.
Something Prime Minister something?
Yeah, maybe. Kevin Nez says Jason Goes to Hell, once again. And I saved the best for last, because this
the
one...
last for the end.
It is actually the last one, but
yeah.
This comes to us, this is another long one, but this one comes to us from Alison May Ferguson, Zim Vader's wife. She says... Firstly, after listening to the latest episode, Mushroom, fucking Alison, I don't want to read this to him.
It's a nice thing, isn't it?
She goes, Mushroom, I would like to hear about chicken sandwiches because they are fucking amazing.
They are amazing.
I thought he was going to go off on a tangent then. Okay. You ask what is happening with the Vampire Diaries, and let me tell you...
what's the update, yo?
I've currently exhausted it for now, and am actually all about the spin-off, The Originals, at this point. So yes, The Vampire Diaries 2. Didn't know it existed.
Yeah, neither.
This brings
So it's
me...
like a prequel series, huh?
Yeah. This brings me to answer this question of the week, which may not count as it's a whole series, but the second spin off from the TVD Legacies is just not for me. I feel like the beginning of it brings in so many mythical creatures that just don't really relate to the Vampire Diaries world, and it's a bit annoying. In saying this, I still love the original characters that are cast in Legacies, but I feel like it could have been so much better. I know you will probably never watch it because it's a big commitment, and when you have kids, Tim, I know it's pretty hard to find the time to do anything else, so there's your TVD update.
Thank you.
The worst movie sequel, though, would have to be Halloween Ends. Boom!
Dude, I hate that movie.
I do. And most people do.
I think that's what I meant to say. I don't know why I said don't. People hate that movie.
All right. So there we go. Thank you, Alison, and thank you to everyone who answered this week's question of the week.
Oh, I have a question, Tim.
Is this for the week, or...
It's chicken sandwich related.
Oh,
All
fucking
right.
here we go.
If you were going to make me... If you're like, I'm going to fucking make you the best chicken sandwich, because you're much better of a protein guy than I am, I will admit that.
Okay.
Just. Right? But if you were to make me a chicken sandwich,
Yes.
what are you putting up?
It depends. It depends on the day, on what I'm feeling on the day.
What are you feeling now? I'm hungry. I haven't had lunch. We're just chilling. You've got some like chicken breasts,
Well, firstly, I wouldn't use chicken breast.
chicken thighs, whatever you want. Tell me.
Okay, well, how do you want the chicken sandwich? Do you want it grilled? Do you want it crumbed and fried?
You know what? Pretend I haven't had a heart attack. I want it to taste the best.
All right.
You can make it taste.
All right, fine. I would
Flavor forward sandwich, please, Tim.
All right, I would get the biggest and juiciest chicken thigh I could find. Then I would season it with my special chicken rub
Oh yeah,
that I make myself, and then I would
it's a good rub. I've had the chicken.
I would I would crumb said chicken thigh and fry it till it's juicy enough, but
What's
not
your crumb
burnt.
of choice? Are you like a cornflake dude, or is it breadcrumbs?
No, it depends if I have. If it's my choice, then I use a special crumb, and I can't fucking remember what it's called. God damn it!
What's it made of?
It's I don't know.
Is it,
I get it from
crumb.
No, like yeah, it is. I get it like from a packet. It's
Okay.
It's a southern style crumb.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so I would get that. Then I would toast the bun. Yeah,
Yep.
you got to have lettuce. If I'm just
that's
making
fair.
you a simple chicken sandwich, there'd be really nothing
Simple,
else.
yummy.
Yeah, mayonnaise,
Yep.
lettuce, and the bun.
Nice. What kind of bun?
Brioche.
Ooh, like you're going for like that Popeyes kind of KFC mix almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah. But it depends. If you want like the deluxe one, then I'd be throwing on bacon and tomato and avocado on there as well.
No, fuck that shit off. No,
It really depends how long you want to wait, what you're in the mood for, all these
I got all
different
day.
things.
I got all day, man.
Okay. But yeah, I like to experiment things. So I don't really have a recipe that
Nice.
like is my go-to recipe. I like to experiment and make things differently.
Fuck yeah.
What's okay, in your humble opinion, what's better? McDonald's McChicken or
Yeah.
KFC's original fillet?
Original fillet for sure. 100%.
100% correct.
Just the chicken fillet.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I agree. KFC is the better chicken place.
Like, there's no... Even, like, I think KFC, Macca's, Hungry Jack's, personally.
Yeah.
But But yeah, just because KFC just has that crispiness to it, dude.
I like the seasoning of KFC better than any other place.
That's fair. Have you had a towel burger yet?
Yeah, dude, that's my fucking jam.
It's been such a good fat month.
All right, before we get into chicken sandwiches...
Thanks, Alison.
Yeah, thank you so much, Alison. Please don't ask any more food questions.
Only if you want to.
What horrors have you done?
What horrors have you done?
All right, Mushroom.
Yes.
For the past 3 or 4 weeks, you've brought nothing to the table. Which
Correct.
is fine. Which is fine. You're
Standard.
allowed to do nothing. You had video games to play.
I did.
Do we break the drought on this episode?
Hells yeah, I'm coming everywhere.
Holy shit. Amy, you hear that?
I'm just going to start listing them, and we'll just go one by one until I run out of movies, and we'll see if I end up with more movies than you.
You probably will. I've done not much this week, but go for it.
Let's see. All right, well, I'm going to say one that I saw that you've seen. So I watched The Blackening.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, how do we do this shit again? It's been so long.
We'll try not to spoil things, but just...
A group of black friends reunite for a Juneteenth weekend getaway, only to find themselves trapped in a remote cabin with a twisted killer.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, it was all right. Like, I was the trailer had me expecting a laugh riot. I won't say I didn't chuckle, but it was a laugh riot. Was not had. It was okay. It had less jokes than I wanted, less gore than I wanted, and the story was kind of meh and flat for me. But it looked okay. Like, it was well shot and all that stuff, and yeah. But it might be a case of it wasn't for me. Very granted, but I didn't love it, didn't hate it. It was there. I'm giving it just kind of a 6-
Okay.
out of 10.
Before you continue, I'll just come in right now and just say I also watched The Blackening this week. And if I can just copy and paste your thoughts.
Legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the T, man. Exactly. I was... Yeah. Me and Jel watched this together, and I was pumped for it, much probably like you were, and came out just going, it's okay. The twist at the end...
I picked it so early.
So did I. And was kind of let down by it.
Yeah. I also thought that person might change their demeanor, let's say.
Yeah.
And they didn't. And I was like, okay, that's just your choice. Okay, that's fine. Also, let's just say they were sometimes so dumb, but not in a funny way. Like, just... The one that sticks out of my brain, and no spoilers, is someone hands him a drink, and he goes to drink it from her hand. And I'm like, no one is that socially inept.
There was one line that wasn't in the trailer that made me laugh, and I don't want to ruin the joke, but I'll just say it quickly. When they're calling out to someone, they're calling her name, and one character goes, maybe say their last name. That made me laugh. But yeah, every fucking joke was in the trailer.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
you ruined this movie.
All the good jokes were in the trailer, and then there was like, it was just a lot of disappointment. I was like, standout of the movie, and it probably sounds racist, but it was Diedrich Bader for me.
Yeah.
Like, the one not The one white dude in it. I'm like, that's my favorite. Sorry. But, I mean, in my defense, Diedrich Bader is just fucking amazing in anything he's in, so...
Yeah, fair enough. I think I gave it a 5.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I was trying to be positive.
Yeah.
It's a 6- for me, so pretty much the same.
Okay. Alright. Continue.
Your turn.
Are we going... Okay,
Yeah,
we're going
you,
round
me,
for
you,
round. Shit, I'm not ready.
I could go again if you want.
Yeah, you go again.
Sure. I finally checked out Infinity Pool.
Oh, Infinity Pool.
Yes.
Go on, tell me how much you love it.
Hey, look, I did love it, but like not as much as you'd think,
Yep.
because it was still a little too much at the end. Like it was a little too art for me, if that makes sense. Like I didn't really.
No, I get you.
It didn't home run it for me. I will say I very much enjoyed the weirdness. I very much enjoyed the masks and the weird horniness and the gore. Brandon just shoots gore that just tickles me pink. It's just good stuff for me.
Yep.
The story was very interesting. Like not the story, but the concept was very interesting. But I feel like the stories where it let me down the most.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I just kind of didn't really get what was happening, and then especially at the end where it does
Things.
it ends.
Yep.
At the end where it ends wasn't my favorite, and so, but I still gave it an 8 because I love this shit. I want more Cronenberg stuff. I just dig it. I love the horny gore.
Good for you, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. There was a weird bit with like a leaky nipple.
I'm sure Rob and Scott are sitting here listening right now going, yeah, that's right. Mushrooms #1. And they're probably saying, fuck you, Tim, for not liking Infinity Pool. But you know what?
Probably.
It's fuck Infinity Pool. I hate that movie.
That I totally get why people, if you don't like it, I get it. I feel
Yeah.
you. But I did enjoy it. It's just, yeah, I like this shit, and that's it.
If you connect with it, that's cool.
I mean, if I could have toned Mia Goth down like a third,
Yep.
annoying.
Yep.
Maybe that too. It's just saying things that are really loud. I'm like, okay.
James. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, I get it.
She's one of those women that I fucking hate, where they are that loud, they're trying to draw all attention to them, and they just come off annoying.
Yeah, she's like I can imagine her being the little girl from what's that Power Rangers movie I Wanted to Love?
Psycho Gorman.
Yeah, for you, like
Yeah.
she's that little girl for you as what that little girl in Psycho Gorman is for me.
I can see that. I can see it.
But yeah, I give it a nice solid 8. Leaning on the side of an 8-, but an 8 nonetheless for this dude.
So I'm guessing we'll hear about it in your top 10.
Maybe I haven't seen that many movies, so it's definitely potential.
All right.
There might be some movies in my top 10 and my bottom 10 that cross over because I haven't watched 20 yet.
Yeah, but like at the end of this year, you'll have more.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
All right. So I mentioned
I
that
too
I
am
watched...
going on a strike.
Fuck.
Solidarity.
So I mentioned before that I watched The Blackening. I did
Yes.
a double feature
Oh shit!
that night with another movie called
Barbenheimer.
No, no.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Another movie called The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I didn't know. I didn't even mean to tee these films up as a double feature. They just happened to work. I just had these two loaded up, ready to go.
A biracial event.
Yeah. So the story in this is Vicaria is a brilliant teenager who believes death is a disease that can be cured. After the brutal and sudden murder of her brother, she embarks on a dangerous journey to bring him back to life. So this is basically a modern-day Frankenstein story.
Okay, that's cool.
The film is fine. Like, the film is shot pretty well. It's acted pretty good. But the story really doesn't do anything that is memorable.
Okay.
The monster in this looks cool, but the problem is we barely see him, and when we do, they cut quickly away to to take
Literally
notice.
what I was talking about before.
Yeah,
Pre-show?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, man, this is not a movie that I'm going to remember at the end of the year. It's not a movie that's going to be in my bottom 10, but it's going to be far away from my top 10. So I gave this a 5 out of 10. The angry black girl and a monster. It was just, okay.
Bummer.
I wouldn't suggest you watch it, but it might hit people more. It definitely wasn't for me. I'm not a black girl, so... and I don't live in that society.
I get you, and I especially get you after watching the Black Man.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you next.
Sure. At semi-request, I ended up watching the Banshee chapter.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, this was... Oh, okay, so... That's a long synopsis. We'll try. On the trailer, a missing friend has been experimenting with mind-altering drugs. A young journalist, aided by a rogue-like counterculture writer, The Silent to the Lambs? What? Why does it say that? Finds herself drawn to the dangerous world of top-secret government chemical research and the mystery of a disturbing radio signal of an unknown origin. Oh my god, that's so long. Anyway... So what it is, without fucking saying all that shit. So basically it's like loosely based on like MK Ultra, and what if this chick was investigating it with Hunter S. Thompson?
Yeah.
How's
exactly. That? Exactly.
It was, this is my found footage movie, because ish, right?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, ish, yeah.
It's one of those ones that starts off found footage and then you kind of forget that it was found footage and you're like, hey, hold on, what happened to all the found footage stuff? Yeah, it's like, well, they kind of forget like the third act. It's just like, okay, whatever, we're just doing a movie now. But yeah, this was fun. I had fun with this movie. I like if I like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I'd like this one. Correct. I liked Ted Levine's kind of Hunter S. Thompson stab. The main chick in it was good. The story was pretty interesting. I enjoyed the visuals with all the stuff. If you've seen it, have you seen it?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I spoke about it last week.
Oh, shit, you did?
Isn't that the reason you watched it?
No, I watched it because Matt said it in the comments.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He tagged me. He's like, you'd like it. I was like, okay, I'll give it a watch. I think I wrote it down somewhere too, so...
He was talking about his thoughts on it because I spoke about it.
That's funny. I don't remember. See, this is how good my memory is. Yeah. I don't know. 7 out of 10 for me. I'll give it a 7 plus. A Zim plus out of 10.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I liked it. I had fun with it.
Well, there you go. Okay. You liked it. I was a bit meh on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. My turn? I've got no other movies to watch, but me and the wife have been still on our Walking Dead catch-ups. So now I'm into the last season, season 11. We're up to episode 5 now. So, yeah, we're going to keep it going. I'm curious to see where it's going to wrap up, how it's going to wrap up. There's different ways I can see it going, but I don't know. I'm glad we jumped back into it.
That's good, man.
So, and I think after we're done Walking Dead, we're probably going to watch the Maggie and Negan story, the new spin-offs and stuff like that. Because why not? Guess you have to. But, yeah, there's so much Walking Dead spin-off stuff that, like, Fear the Walking Dead's got, like, fucking seven seasons out now. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to do Fear and...
I don't know, man. It depends. I don't know. TV series are hard for me to do, so I really have to be invested into them to...
That's fair.
Stick with
and I
it.
guess you're already invested in Maggie and Negan, so...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so... Yeah. That's all I've done this week, man.
Cool. Well, I got a couple more-ish.
Yeah.
I finished off Black Mirror, the latest season.
Okay.
Really good. I will say the last episode of the season, for me, was my favorite. That's, like, the banger one for me. But they're all pretty good. I never really have anything bad to say about Black Mirror, honestly. And the last movie that I watched was Influencer.
On Shudder?
I'm hoping this year?
On Shudder?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Sweet. Cool.
Okay,
I'm counting it.
I haven't seen it, so...
Sure. Well, I'll just read you the thingy. While struggling on a solo backpacking trip in Thailand, social media influencer Madison meets CW, who travels with ease and shows her a more uninhibited way of living. But CW's interest in her takes a darker turn.
Lesbian sex?
No.
Oh.
It's weird. It was decent enough. I'll say it felt like an indie movie for sure. I'm assuming it is.
Yeah, most Shudder movies are.
Yeah. Is it a Shudder original?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Look, it was cool. It had an interesting story. It wasn't as... A lot of these influencer type movies are the main characters are really annoying.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so bad. It was a lot more... They felt a lot more genuine, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And I sort of picked some of it as I was watching it, but I still kind of really enjoyed it. Had little bits of violence and stuff and little bits of gore, but I could have used maybe a smidge more. But overall, I found it like pretty interesting and engaging. So I'm going to give it a Zim Plus.
Which is?
A 7 Plus.
Do you think... Should I watch it?
You? Yeah.
You think I'll enjoy it?
I'm curious more than anything.
Okay. I'll give it a go. Just to see where I land on it.
Because I think you could like it, but I think you also could hate it. So...
Yeah, okay.
There's definitely some slow burn parts, for sure.
That's fine. I'm alright with slow burns as long as it has a good payoff.
I think so. I was happy with the payoff.
Okay. And I seem to enjoy influence movies more than you. Like,
So
Fall.
you might really like this one then.
Okay. Alright, I'll give it a go. Influencer. Very nice. Wow, I'm shocked that you did stuff this fortnight.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I was just trying to.
Were you trying to impress me?
Yeah, I was just trying to do some homework, and maybe you wouldn't think I'm heap shit at the show all the time. Nah, I was just like, I gotta watch some 2022 fucking movies, dude. I'm like...
2023.
3. Sorry, I'm just looking at 2022 because that's what it says on Letterboxd. But yeah, I gotta watch some movies from this year now.
It's all good, man. We're past half the year, but we've still got a long time before the end of the year.
Yeah.
All right. That is it. With What Horrors Have We Done? It is time to get into a fucking fight here.
Nice.
We are going to... We're going to talk some tales.
Nice.
From the Crypt.
Of the Crypt?
Yeah, from the Crypt.
From? Oops. Whatever.
Yep. It is fight time!
Universal Pictures is proud to present the motion picture directing debut of one of America's most talented and respected artists.
Cut! Cut, 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 cut! Oh, hello, kiddies. So glad you could join me. Your pal, the Crypt Keeper, has gone Hollywood in a big way. I'm directing my first feature film. Care for a little shriek preview? For my big scream premiere, I wanted lots of suspense. Special effects, sex, violence. The kind of thing you could really sink your teeth into. Frights! Camera! Action!
This is where we fight! This is where they die! Tonight, we are going to witness the most anticipated match for the heavyweight championship of the world. Are you ready? Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Round one, fight.
Oh, yeah. Tales from the Crypt. Good shit. Good times. Hey, man,
Yes.
do you know what Tales from the Crypt is? Like, before watching these movies, did you know it existed or what it
Yeah,
is?
because they had that cartoon on ABC.
Yes, they did. And I used to watch that shit all the time. I've got it loaded on my TV, funny enough.
I also used to watch that shit all the time. What, you've
Fuck
got what
yeah.
loaded on your TV? Tales
The
from
whole
Crypt?
Tales okay, let me break it down, right? What is
Yeah.
Tales from the Crypt?
Yes.
I'll explain the whole thing, right?
Because it was
So-
an OG comic book, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had some of the comics.
Do you still have them?
Fuck.
Somewhere.
Somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, they're somewhere.
So Tales from the Crypt, sometimes titled HBO's Tales from the Crypt, was an American horror anthology television series that ran from June 10th, 1989 to July 19th, 1996 on the premium cable channel HBO for 7 seasons with a total of 93 episodes.
Dang.
The show's... Sorry?
So, dang.
Yeah. The show's title is based on the 1950s EC comic series of the same name, and most of the content originated in that comic or other EC comics of the time. The series is hosted by the Crypt Keeper, a wisecracking corpse performed by several puppeteers and voiced by John Cassier. So that was the original TV series, which is all like the movies, all live action and all that stuff. And then they had a spin-off, which was what you were talking about, the animated
Yeah,
one.
I didn't know about the
live action.
HBO one. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where it started, man. There was a live action TV series.
I wonder why that never got syndicated.
I don't know.
Or syndicated, or well, bought over here anyway.
Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe it was a thing that was on, like, TNT. That was on, like, fucking 1 a.m. in the mornings.
Nah, because I would have fucking watched it. You know what I mean? Like,
Maybe.
I feel like it didn't air in Australia. Because unless it was on pay TV, like,
Yeah.
because I watched most of the TV. Like, I'm not going to say all TV, but I watched most TV. I knew what was happening on every channel.
Yeah,
I would,
okay.
like, scour the fucking TV guide for cool shit. And if I saw fucking Tales from the Crypt, I would have been watching it. Even if it was like, I would have set an alarm to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to watch it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember watching the original TV series either, but the cartoon, yeah, I binged that shit.
Hell yeah.
So the cartoon, the animation one that you and me are familiar with, that was called Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
Oh.
So in 1993, a Saturday morning cartoon called Tales from the Crypt Keeper was spun off from the HBO series, produced by the Canada-based Nelvana for ABC in the United States and YTV in Canada. And what was it here? ABC in Australia?
Yeah.
The violence of the primetime series was...
Which totally makes sense, because we got a lot of Canadian stuff for ABC. We got, like, Degrassi and shit like that. So
That's true, yeah. The violence of the primetime series was substantially toned down and the gore was omitted. Nelvana employed a child psychologist to review the scripts to ensure the episodes would be suitable for young viewers.
Hey, will this fuck up kids? Hey, will this fuck up kids? Hey, will this fuck up kids?
Pretty much, yeah. The Crypt Keeper puppet was considered as the host for the series, but it was ultimately decided that it might frighten youngsters. So instead, an animated version was created. John Kassir reprised his role, and Kassir later stated, Nelvana created a kinder, gentler personality for the children's Crypt Keeper, and it feels a little uncharacteristic at times. In addition to the Crypt Keeper, EC Comics mascot, the Vault Keeper and the Old Witch, also made frequent appearances, often fighting with the Crypt Keeper for control of the show's hosting duties. Do you remember the TV series? The intro for the TV series?
Vaguely.
So I do, because I've got it like all downloaded and I watch it sometimes.
Oh, got it.
If you go on YouTube and watch the intro, you'll have like fucking flashbacks of when you were a young child watching it. It's cool. The series lasted 2 seasons on ABC with a total of 26 episodes.
I remember there being a decent chunk.
Yeah. In 1999, the series was revived on CBS for an additional 13 episodes under the title New Tales from the Crypt Keeper. And in 2015, they were going to...
Hells yeah. Sorry.
You watching the intro?
Getting my member berries on.
Yeah. The nostalgia hitting you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In 2015, it was announced that they were going to revamp the Tales from the Crypt series with M. Night Shyamalan hosting it. But they weren't going to bring back the Crypt Keeper.
No.
Ultimately, plans, I think, backlash because of no Crypt Keeper.
Yeah. What's the point then?
Exactly. That caused plans to be scrapped. So no more Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, that's stupid.
It is.
I mean, it's not Tales from the Crypt if you don't have the fucking Crypt Keeper.
Exactly. And I remember that news coming out when it was... Because I think it was around 2017 when they decided not to bring the Crypt Keeper. I remember hearing that and I'm like, fuck this. This is going to suck.
Yeah.
No.
100%.
Yeah. So, along with the TV series, they managed to make a couple of movies. And those movies were Demon Knight and Bordello of Blood. So, before we get into our fight section...
Tim, I have a question.
Yes, shoot.
You said there was like an unofficial kind of third movie. What's that?
Let me just fucking get this up because I didn't write notes on it. But yes, there was an unofficial third movie. Give me a second. And it wasn't made as a Tales from the Crypt movie.
Yeah.
But they kind of slapped on the name last minute.
Okay.
Where are you? You fuck. Sorry. I know, I'm stalling right now. I'm stalling. This is bullshit.
It's alright.
It stars fucking Tim Curry. I remember that. Okay, there we are. It's called Ritual. From 2002. And the story is an American nurse living in Jamaica grows suspicious of the nearby group of voodoo practitioners.
Okay.
So, yeah, it wasn't made to be a Tales from the Crypt. Here we are. Universal Pictures was originally going to release a trilogy of Tales from the Crypt movies, but plans were scrapped after Tales from the Crypt Presents Bordello of Blood failed at the box office. This movie was not planned as a Tales from the Crypt movie. It is a loose remake of I Walked with a Zombie. There you go. Despite popular belief, this was never intended as a Tales from the Crypt movie. The Crypt Keeper segments were added later when it was released to home video and are clearly of lower picture quality than the movie.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I've never seen it. I can't really comment on if it's good or bad, but it's got a 4.8 on IMDb.
Okay.
So there you go. Also, there were other movies called Tales from the Crypt from the 70s.
Yeah.
1972 Tales from the Crypt, which is actually pretty cool. That's a good movie. But it's got nothing to do with the Crypt Keeper.
Oh, okay. It's just called Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so I think before we get into the fight section of this, let's have a little discussion on the movies as a whole, because you've never seen either of them, have you?
Neither. No.
Alright, let's start with Demon Knight.
Sure.
Since it's the first one that they made. So, Demon Knight came out in 1995 and stars a pretty decent cast, man.
Honestly.
Billy Zane as a collector, William Sadler as Breaker, Jada Pinkett Smith, but she wasn't Smith back then, as Jerry Lynn. We have Brenda Bakke as Cordelia, CCH Pounder as Irene, Dick Miller as Uncle Willie, Thomas Hayden Church as Roach, and just like heaps of other people. And the story of this is high-level demons collect low-level demons as warriors in attempt to obtain a key containing the blood of Christ. The key is guarded by immortal warriors called Demon Knights. So...
I didn't get that, but yeah.
Didn't you?
I didn't get that they were called Demon Knights.
That's why the movie's called Demon Knights.
Well, now I know.
So, the studio originally wanted Cameron Diaz for the role of Jerry Lynn, but director Ernest Dickerson convinced the producers to cast Jada Pinkett instead.
Honestly?
Would have rather...
That probably would have been a better movie.
Oh! Alright, now I'm curious. What do you think of Demon Knight?
Good. I really liked it. But I've never super liked Jada Pinkett Smith.
Neither. She makes people slap people.
Yeah. I just get this, like, I don't know. She just feels like she does the same thing in every movie where she's just a bitch.
Yeah. Look, I don't actually know. I can't think of any other movie she's been in besides this.
Scream?
Oh, yeah. Scream 2. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. Yeah, you're right.
And then she's like, the only other thing I could think of her in is Gotham. But yeah, everything she seems to pop up in, she's just like, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I don't
rate her as an actress, that's all. And
I don't think
having Cameron Diaz instead would have been fucking, especially like 90s Diaz?
Yeah.
Hells yeah, dude.
This would have been around the time of The Mask as well.
Mm-hmm. 90s Diaz running around that little fucking singlet.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fucking 9 out of 10.
So, besides that, the movie as a whole, you enjoyed it?
Yeah, lots. It was really good.
I had a feeling you would, because it's got everything that you enjoy.
It certainly does.
It's got titties, it's got gore, it's got fucking really cool practical effects from 1995.
Yup. And it's like, its jokes land for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, and the Crypt Keeper, like, kind of like, what do you call them, bookends?
Yep.
I just like fucking like a cherry on the top, you know?
Yeah. Agreed.
Like they're already good movies, and then just like the Crypt Keeper bits just make them like, you know, like
yeah.
I love it.
For me, like I love this movie, man, so much. Like it's fun. It's pure popcorn fun. Like this is a movie that you can just put on in the background. The only problem is if I did, I'd probably stop to watch it.
Yeah.
But like if you're having a Halloween party, this is perfect because it's just got that.
You look over titties. You look over explosion gore.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you look over Billy Zane being a fucking mad cunt.
Dude, what happened to Billy Zane?
I don't know.
He was great in the 90s. Like Titanic, he was great in that. The Phantom, I don't really remember The Phantom, but
Phantom was great. If anyone's got a bad word to say about that movie, fuck you. I know it was stupid, but I mean, I literally just said a bad word. But I enjoyed it.
And like, he kind of just disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, he was like...
He was in The Mummy. Like
Was
Brendan
he?
Fraser Mummy? Yeah.
Fuck.
Not that other one with that other guy.
Yeah,
but
no,
like,
we don't talk about that one.
Actually, he's got a new movie out.
For fuck's sakes.
Mission Impossible. I think they do it like Rogue, whatever. I reckon he probably does his own stunts in that one. I don't know if you knew that. But
Thank you for the Tom Cruise update.
That's okay.
You're just hitting on all your fucking points, aren't you? Chicken sandwiches and Tom Cruise.
Chicken sandwiches, Tom Cruise. Getting them done. I'm on writer's strike at the moment, Solidarity. So we're just winging this one. But, yeah. I think that's it. I think that's all my jokes I have. something pizza shop. Okay, I'm done. All right, you got it from here. I'll see you later.
So yes, I really enjoyed Demon Knight. I think it's a lot of fun. I give Demon Knight a 9 out of 10, man. I like it that much.
Nice.
Yeah. What would you give it?
I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
Wow. I was so scared that you were going to turn around and go, this movie's stupid.
No,
I
it's
didn't
great.
like it at all.
It's great. It's like there's some silly shit to it, man. Like it's not a perfectly crafted movie. Not everyone's the best actor in it and stuff.
Yeah.
Jada, but like for the most part, it's great. It's what a movie should be. It's entertaining.
Yeah. 100%. All right. We'll get to the next movie, which is Tales from the Crypt presents Bordello of Blood. This one came out in 1996, so a year later. It stars Dennis Miller as Rafe Gutman.
It certainly does.
Erica, oh man, yeah, we'll speak about him in a second. Erica Elenick as Catherine, Angie Everhart as Lilith, Chris Sarandon as Reverend Current, Phil Fondacaro, he's the little midget guy, as Vincent, and Corey Feldman as Caleb.
As the badass of the badasses. Look out, ladies.
Yeah. Get ready.
Fieldman's coming for that puss.
Get your 5 o'clock paintbrush ready.
I was like, shit, this guy's a badass.
So the story of this is the Crypt Keeper returns to tell the story of a funeral parlor that moonlights as a vampire bordello.
Yes, it does.
Bit of facts before we get into our thoughts.
Sure.
So William Sadler, who played Breaker in Demon Knight, he plays the mummy in this one at the start.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
That's
This
fun.
movie here, Bordello of Blood, was originally intended to be the second installment in a trilogy of Tales from the Crypt movies, but the proposed third movie was scrapped by Universal when Bordello of Blood bombed at the box office.
That's a bummer.
It is. Last bit of facts.
I just saw the reviews and shit for this movie. People don't like this, huh?
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it in a second.
Okay.
Dennis Miller, who played Guff Raitman, whatever his fucking name is, the main guy.
Rafe Gutman.
That's it. He was a fucking dick on set.
I can imagine. It's Dennis Miller. He's a famous penis.
Yeah. So I don't really know who he is all that well.
He was a stand-up, but he was probably got the most famous from doing
Joe Dirt.
What do you call it? Not Joe Dirt. That's fucking God damn it, you've confused me now.
No, he's in Joe Dirt as a radio presenter.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
No, he's the most famous from doing Weekend Update on SNL, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think he did it for a long time. But yeah, he just had that like delivery in that presentation and stuff like that was very Dennis Miller. But he was, just like he was always a dick, like unapologetically. I feel like.
So apparently, on the set of this movie, he is a dick because of numerous things. Telling the director that he only works 8 hours instead of 13 hours.
Yep.
Telling the crew that he has to go home early and leaving set when he was meant to be shooting. And since he was filming his talk show, the rest of the crew and cast had to work on the weekends. And they weren't happy about that. Corey Feldman said he was rude and they had multiple arguments.
Yeah, just like one of those like old ego-y comedians, you know?
Yeah, fuck that, man. Anyway, Bordello of Blood. What did you think of this?
I really liked this one too.
Wow. Okay.
This one had more of a like bad movie vibe to it.
Yeah.
I think Demon Knight was the better movie, but I'm probably gonna hate this, but I had more fun with this one. I thought this was a lot sillier, so I enjoyed it a lot more. Not a lot more like it's like leaps and bounds above the other one, but this one edged it out for sure.
Okay. I heard a lot of people say that the exact same things, that Demon Knight's probably the better movie, but they had more fun with Bordello of Blood.
Yeah.
I enjoy this movie. I do. I like the nudity. Very nice.
I also like the copious amount of nudity. Come on, dude. That third act, bro.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
And just like, there's so much titties still in that scene, and it's great.
Yeah.
So good. It's gore and titties and schlocky bad bullshit. Dennis Miller with a fucking super soaker being like, yeah, take that, guys.
That scene there was fucking great. Yeah, look, I won't give away what I thought was better because that's one of the questions, but...
sorry. Neither will I.
That's fine. That's fine. But no, I enjoyed both these movies. I think they're a lot of fun, both of them. They are not movies to be taken seriously. If you want to go into this watching a drama-type horror film, then no. This is very schlocky, 80s-style horror with over-the-top gore and a lot of boobs.
Also, can I just say, like, straight up, Buffy fucking ripped off his, like, Feldman vampire makeup for sure.
Well, what was first?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good point.
And I mean, at the same time, like, the vampire makeup in this is similar to Lost Boys a bit.
Yeah, also true.
And I mean, like, Buffy was a movie before the series in 1992.
I haven't...
So
it's been so long since I've seen the movie. I don't know if they did the vampire makeup the same.
Yeah, same.
But I was getting mad Buffy vampire vibes from Feldman's makeup.
It's very much a 90s vampire look.
Which I dig. I like it better than the 2000 Sparkle Vampire, so...
Oh, dude, anything's better than the 2000 Sparkle Vampire. All right. So, what would you give Bordello of Blood out of 10?
Also an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, both 8s, but Bordello edges it out in watchability for me just because it's so stupid.
Yeah, okay. I think I gave Bordello of Blood about a 7.5.
Yeah, so we're like almost like just slightly
Similar.
opposite. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, this leads us to the fight time. So, we have 5 questions here, and we're going to figure out which one is the better of the two. So, question number 1. Which film had the better performing cast? And when I say performing cast, not just who had the better cast, because obviously Demon Knight probably wins that, but who overall had the better acting cast and cast overall.
Oh, this is tricky, man.
Dude, straight up for me, it's Demon Knight. Demon Knight. I
would definitely say that if it wasn't for Jada. But she is a heavyweight on this movie. Like every time, because she's like the main. You know what I mean?
She is, but at the same time, that like going to Bordello of Blood, where you have Erica, the main girl, the sister.
Yeah.
She wasn't great, man. And look, man, as much as I love Corey Feldman, and I do, his tough guy voice is really laughable.
Hey, guy. I'm about to go smoke a heroines.
Exactly. On that note, look, Bordello of Blood has Chris Sarandon, who...
I found that funny. Do you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah.
I took it as a... I don't know if it was on purpose, but I found it like a comedic take.
Maybe it was. He does that voice like tenfold in the Lost Boys sequels.
I feel like Bordello of Blood, they were all evenly matched, if that makes sense. But I think Demon Knight, it was kind of a bit more all over the place with the acting.
Wow, okay.
But I will give it to the acting on Demon Knight because of Billy Zane, Sadler, and who's old mate who was the jerk in the Hawaiian shirt?
Thomas. Oh fuck, what's his name? He's Sandman in the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Because we've been watching them lately.
Nice. Thomas Hayden Church.
Yes, yeah.
He was fucking great in it. He was such a penis. And
He
such a
was,
believable
yeah.
penis.
And I mean, it also had Dick Miller, who was Uncle Willie, who always plays a drunk.
Yeah.
Like he was the drunk. He was literally the. Wow, let's go through his filmography. He was the drunk in Gremlins. He was in Small Soldiers, but I can't remember that. He was in Terminator, but he wasn't a drunk.
In Small Soldiers, he was the delivery guy who was like, "Here, take these toys."
So he sounds drunk.
Yeah, I mean, he always just sounds drunk.
Yeah. I don't know. He's always playing a drunk.
I'm so sad to hear that it would have been Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That legit bummed me out because I'm like, man, this was the what was stopping Demon Knight from being like a 9 was Pinkett. Honestly, shit annoys me.
I didn't hate her as much as you.
I just don't like her fucking face.
Look, man, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, sorry. Bordello of Blood had Chris Sarandon in it as well, who is probably most famous for playing Jerry Dandridge in Fright Night, but he was also the voice of Jack Skellington.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm still going Demon Knight for the best performing cast.
I will also go Demon Knight, even though Bordello had Whoopi Goldberg for no reason.
That was weird. What the fuck was up with that?
I don't know. I guess she was around.
All right, next question. We have, which film had the better Crypt Keeper scenes? So, let's just remind you. Demon Knight had the Crypt Keeper at the start, directing a movie.
Yep.
And then at the end, he was going to the award show. Mm-hmm. And you see him like move around, which I thought was funny. Bordello of Blood has him and the mummy playing that game.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
And then at the end, we see who wins or lost the game.
I'm gonna say for me, Bordello of Blood. I thought it was a bit sillier.
The
So I
only
enjoyed it
thing,
more.
Demon Blood had boobs in the Crypt Keeper scenes. Yeah, look, man, I think you're right. I'm going to go Bordello of Blood as well. Him and the mummy playing that scissors, paper, rock cleaver game was funny. So, I overall, like, the Crypt Keeper I want more scenes of the Crypt Keeper.
They're all good.
Yeah.
Like, I want him interrupting halfway through a movie and being like, cut to the Crypt Keeper. And he's like, man, back to the movie.
Yeah. All right. Question number 3. And this one may be tough. Probably not, actually. Which film had the better villain? So we've got...
Villain?
So, like, main protagonist.
Super not tough. If you're considering the main antagonist as
Antagonist, sorry.
Lilith?
Yeah. Lilith versus the Collector, Billy Zane.
I mean, I'll say that Amy hated how Lilith talked.
Why?
Don't know. She just hated it. She's just like, she talks dumb. I hate it. I'm like, okay.
I find it funny that in Bordello of Blood, all the other vampires, like, kind of do most of the killing, but Lilith always takes, like...
Just rips hearts out.
Yeah, she gets to, like, feast on them. Where the other vampires are like, what about me?
Yeah, they're just snacking, just having little blood snackies. And then she's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to eat your fucking heart, cunt.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, it's super easy. It's fucking Billy Zane for sure.
It is
for me.
definitely Billy Zane.
100%.
When he first gets angry and gets cranky about dressing up like a cowboy, that scene there
100%.
was fucking great. I'm not even going to try to attempt to recreate what he says.
Oh, it's so good. I agree.
But what the fuck happened to Billy Zane? I really liked Billy Zane, man.
I like Billy Zane too. I don't know, maybe drugs? Who knows?
I don't think so. Like, he's been in movies that I've watched recently, but he's never been a big cast. So...
Who knows?
maybe
Maybe
he
made the wrong producer mad or something.
Maybe. Or maybe he just made all the money in the 90s. He's like, I'm good.
He's like, I'm alright. What do I need it for? Shampoo?
Alright, that question was a bit easier. This one's going to be harder.
Sure.
This one's going to be harder, I guarantee it. Question number 4. Which film had the better titties?
Oh, and look, I'll be real. A lot of the titties were fake and shit. So, there were some good titties, but I feel like Bordello had the. I think I enjoyed the titties in Bordello more. They're more abound.
See, I'm going Demon Knight on this because while you see more titties in Bordello, they're all kind of all over the place. Where in Demon Knight, they're just all coming towards the camera in that one collective scene. And there were so many titties in that one scene that, like, especially when the girls are all hotted together, you could pause that and just jack off for days.
It was almost like heaven.
Yeah, dude, definitely. Definitely. Like, free drinks with topless girls.
Sounds good to me.
So, I'm taking Demon Knight on this.
I'll have me a call with them.
You still sticking with Bordello?
I'm still sticking with Bordello. With Bordello. It had that shot where they came out of the coffin and it's just like tits. I'm like, oh, okay, shit. I'm not used to it. These days they fucking like, man, they're like, God, body parts of the devil now.
Yeah.
God forbid. And again, not being sexist, I prefer titties, but have all the dong you want in a movie, honestly. More dong for movies.
Definitely. I agree. I agree. I think girls should get nude scenes as well.
Like, boys and girls, everyone should get naked. It's great. Get naked in the movies more.
100%.
Stop hiding shit. There's some shit where it's like, you've decapitated your 18th person, and then a chick's like, oh, don't show me nips. You know what I mean? And it's just like, are we not adults here? Can we not see a pair of tits or some like butt? Like, what?
You know, you do make a valid point. There are no titties anymore. You never see tits. What the fuck?
It just doesn't happen. And like not that like grit to it where it's like I'm showing you tits like that. I loved that in Bordello.
Yeah.
It's like you've got to glimpse a hint of nip at like fucking, you know, freeze framing it frame by frame to see if they turn and you see a smidge of it.
Yeah. I'm sitting here trying to think of the last movie, like new release movie, that had tits in it.
There's some in Influencer, but again, it's like turning topless kind of shit.
No, I want them like dead on with the camera, shaking in your face.
Yeah, not much, man, because it's like exploitative or some shit. And it's like, not really.
Yeah.
Everyone likes titties.
Exactly. Even girls like titties.
Exactly.
My wife showed me her titties tonight, and I like them too.
Aw.
Alright, last question we've got here. Which film, overall, with entertainment, with technical abilities and all that stuff, which film is better? For you.
Oh, for me? For me, easy Bordello.
So, entertainment-wise and with like, better made.
I think the better made movie is Demon Knight by a lot. But I think the more entertaining movie for me, by a good margin, is Bordello of Blood. But because I like bad movies,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's so funny too, because like, sorry, I'm just looking at the budgets for these fucking movies.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hey, we have plans for a trilogy. All right, we're going to give this movie $12 million, and it makes $21 million, right? In the first one. Almost twice as much as they put into it, right?
Right.
Let's make a sequel, or we'll make a trilogy. Okay, let's put in $2.5 million. Oh, okay. It only made $5.6 million. But yeah, you only put 2.5 in, so it did exactly as good as the first one.
That is strange, yeah.
If not better. And they're like, and because you can tell there's $10 million less in Bordello
Yeah.
than Demon Knight. And they're like, why didn't you just make movie make money? Fucking, like, don't get me wrong. It's not just because everyone's, like, striking against them and shit. But fucking studio executives are fucking dumb.
They are.
Like, so dumb. Like, it's like, well, we're going to put, like, what? Not even, like, a sixth of the budget towards this one, and we want it to make as much as the last one. Well, guess what? It didn't. Whose fault is that, you think? The person who was fucking handing out the money was like, make a movie for this much money? Maybe? Like, ugh. Anyway, just annoys. It annoys me that there's not a third good one. Like, if they just went 10 million, 10 million, 10 million,
Yep.
it would have been fucking sick.
We could have had 3 great ones.
Yeah. Like,
Maybe something with werewolves.
yeah.
I like it when you go on your rants. It's cute.
But yeah, it shits me because they're like, it's like when they do that shit with the video games where it's like, hey, we're going to put out like a video game that we haven't, like a genre we haven't released in a while, and we're going to make it heap shit and not put anything into it. And then you're not going to buy it because you're like, oh, this is shit. This is like a shit version of the thing we actually wanted. And they're like, well, I guess you don't want that fucking survival horror anymore. And it's like, no, we wanted, like, but good. Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
I get you.
well, we ruined it, so why don't you want more of it? And it's like, you didn't put $100 million into that thing we ruined because we were being cheap or predatory. It's like, I guess you guys don't like that. Okay, whatever.
See, the problem I have with Bordello of Blood is I find the middle lags a little bit. There's too much filler talk.
That's fair.
And it's mainly because of Dennis Miller.
See, I don't mind Dennis Miller. He makes me chuckle. So,
Yeah, fair enough. All right, well, that concludes the fight. Good game, good game. The scores are...
I think... Oh, no. Well, you tell me. I was going to try and work it out.
Well, you can try and work it out. Go for it.
I think Demon Knight wins, right?
It does. Close. Actually,
not by
close.
heaps, though.
No. So, Bordello of Blood, total score of 4. And Demon Knight, total score of 6.
And honestly, I'm going to give it up. Like, I know I like Bordello better, but I'm going to give it up for the little movie that could, man. Because it still made $5 million off a $2.5 million budget with a considerably worse cast.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, and it was still a banger.
I just find it funny that Corey Feldman's 5 o'clock shadow was painted on.
Oh, was it legitimately? Like, you're not even
I don't know for a fact, but when you can see when he's a vampire, it's like literally painted on. It looks painted on, unless that's like the prosthetics they use and it's just gone over his 5 o'clock shadow and just made it look like paint. I don't know, but it looks horrible. It doesn't look real.
It's probably not, dude, because he was like pretty.
He was pretty young.
He was pretty young and not very. I want to say masculine, but I don't feel like that's the right word. But like, he wasn't a beardy dude.
No, he
Like,
never really has been.
Yeah, so it's like, having like a full grown beard for him. I don't even think he can now. Yeah, legit. It looks painted. You're fucking right, for sure.
I can't even get a 5 o'clock shadow that perfect.
Yeah, me neither.
And I have a full beard.
And I also have a big bushy beard.
Yeah. So...
a great big bushy beard.
All right. So there we go. We both agree
Hot
that...
Fuzz recently. It's so funny.
Oh, I haven't seen that for ages.
You should watch it. It's great. Do the whole fucking trilogy. But anyway.
So there we have it. Demon Knight wins over Bordello of Blood. But let us know, what do you think? Do you agree with us? I honestly thought you, Mushroom, would not enjoy Bordello of Blood.
Really? Why did you think I wouldn't enjoy it? Just curiously.
Because it lags in the middle.
Okay.
It's not as action packed as Demon Knight.
I watched it first.
Okay.
I think maybe there would have been a case for it if I'd watched it the other way around.
Yeah, okay.
Because there was a lot more demon killings and shit going on throughout the whole movie.
Yep.
Whereas there was a break in this movie, obviously, to fill a $5 million hole.
Yeah.
So they could pretty much let it all hang out in the third act. Because they go for it, dude. Like, that fucking Super Soaker scene is the best.
Oh, it's so great. And we didn't even mention the soundtracks.
Oh, the soundtracks are fucking sick, too.
Yeah, like Demon Knight has Pantera and Machine Head and Megadeth.
Mm-hmm.
Bordello of Blood goes in a different direction with all classic 70s rock.
Yeah, like bit of Ballroom Blitz and shit and fucking
Yep.
Scorpions and... Yeah.
Free. Yeah.
Yeah, Cinderella.
Good times. All right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like, what would you... which soundtrack you like better? Just not even voting anymore, but just, you know.
So I listened to the Demon Knight soundtrack the other day.
Yep.
And you'd think I'd go with that.
I would think you'd go with that, but I also know you've got a fucking penchant for the hair metal.
I do. The problem with the Demon Knight soundtrack is there's bands that I fucking love, like Machine Head. I love Machine Head, but that song isn't that great. Pantera Cemetery Gates is a banger. Yes. I don't like Megadeth, so fuck them.
Why don't you like Megadeth?
Because I fucking hate Dave Mustaine.
You don't like Dave Mustaine.
So I'd probably go Bordello of Blood. It has the sweet Ballroom Blitz. That song's fucking great.
I just like pretty like I'm all about the Demon Knight soundtrack. Like,
yeah, I thought you would be.
I love Filter, I love Sepultura, and I fucking forgot about Gravediggers.
Yeah, and it's got Primus on it, so...
Primus.
Primus, that's fucking yours. Pronouncing it.
You like me with Tubi.
You like the South Park band.
I do like the South Park band.
Jerry was a race car driver. All right.
So good.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with a found footage recommendation from me. Recommendation or maybe avoid. We'll see. In a second. All right, welcome to the segment that is called Found Footage Horror POV. Forgot.
Tim's
All right.
segment of the movie that looks like it wasn't filmed by professionals, but was filmed by the people.
That's a better way of saying it.
Sure.
Through the lens, horror POV. Fuck me, dude. All right.
There you go.
So we're talking about a movie called The Borderlands.
I love the game.
Yeah,
I don't love the game. The game's fine. I enjoy the game.
nothing like the game.
Okay.
Okay, here's the thing. This movie that I know it is called The Borderlands, but depending where you're from, it's also titled Final Prayer. So I believe in the UK and possibly Australia, it's The Borderlands, but for our friends over in America, it's a movie called Final Prayer.
Okay.
Okay? The story is a team of Vatican investigators descend upon a church in a remote area to demystify the unusual happenings. But when they discover what they discover is more disturbing than they had first imagined. So this movie kind of just starts without. You know how, like, in found footage movies, there's usually a description of why they're filming and what they're filming and all that stuff?
Or it's like all normal for the first bit and then it like goes crazy.
Yeah. This movie kind of doesn't do that. They kind of just jump straight into it with a guy organizing his cameras. And at first, I was like, what are they... Because I didn't know anything about this movie going in. I was like, what's happening? Like, who is this person?
Yeah.
What is he filming? What is he getting ready? But it eventually explains it. So... The Borderlands. I've heard a lot about this recently on Facebook, funny enough, and again on Don and Nelly's show, The Horror Countdown, where they mentioned it on the found footage episode. So I wanted to check it out, and I kept hearing that the ending of this movie is insane. And overall thoughts. The film as a whole is pretty decent. I wouldn't stand here and say it's a must-see film, but for found footage, it's definitely one of the better ones I've seen. Especially in recent time. I haven't seen a great one over the past 3 weeks. This one here, it's at times very similar to Paranormal Activity in the way it's shot, and much like the Paranormal Activity films, the atmosphere in this film is fucking great. The film is never overly scary, but more uncomfortable. And I watched this on my laptop with my headphones in a completely...
Prime scary movie zone.
Yeah, exactly. With all the lights off in the house and everyone else was asleep. And my heart was racing the entire time. But if you think it's going to have jump scare after jump scare, then don't stress, because that's not the case. Which I'm thankful for. I am.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
I was going to ask about Insidious.
I don't know. Haven't seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I should bother trying to see it at the movies, like if I can go see 5 without having seen all of the other ones, or
yeah,
probably not, right?
No, you probably have to see the first 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Back to the Borderlands. So the ending of this, the thing that everyone's talking about, the ending. So no spoilers, of course, but does the ending hit as hard as everyone says?
Yeah.
And I have to be truthful and say that while I think the ending is completely original and something I did not expect in the slightest,
I mean, that sounds good. That's promising.
I finished the film kind of scratching my head. I understand what happened, but I don't understand how it got to that point, if that makes sense. To anyone out there who have seen this movie, you probably know what I'm referring to. I was a little puzzled with, what?
Okay.
But if you are if you are someone that's saying, "Oh, I picked the ending,"
You're
off,
a fucking liar.
I call absolute bullshit, because no one would have predicted this ending. Absolutely no one. For me, it wasn't as impactful as I wanted it to be, but it is an ending that will probably stick with me for a while. Overall, man, the movie as a whole, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't the greatest thing, and maybe it was a little too hyped for me, but I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Jeez. All right.
So that's the Borderlands or Final Prayer, wherever you are from.
Nice.
So go and check it out if you're a found footage dude, but I don't know, it just didn't hit me as much as like Gonjiam Haunted Asylum did. So yeah. All right, before we wrap up here, we've got some fan questions, so we'll smash through those and then it'll be done. So, fan questions. Robert Humphrey. That's his name when he's naughty, and he's been really naughty lately.
Been a naughty boy.
Robert Humphrey asks, I enjoyed the death matches so much last time. Let's do that again. Who wins these battles to the death?
Okay.
Fucking mushroom. Delivery drive. You'll understand in a second.
Okay.
Delivery driver for Pizza Hut versus delivery driver for the pizza place opened by Godzilla and King Kong.
Oh shit. See, I feel like that'd be another like monster. So I would say Mothra for sure.
You reckon Mothra? Oh yeah, because she's got wings. But then King Ghidorah does as well.
Yeah. But any of them versus a regular pizza delivery man.
That's true.
So
all right, fine. I'll agree with you there.
Yeah. I mean, unless Mothra's not the best at night deliveries because he gets distracted by the streetlights. But so probably Ghidorah at night. Maybe Mothra's more like the lunchtime delivery dude. Anyway.
I love how much effort you put into thinking about these answers. All right.
Well, I don't want to get it wrong. It's a test.
Next death match, we've got Bert versus Ernie.
Oh,
dude, I'm going Bert in this. Bert was the angry one. He had a monobrow.
He did, and like, I'm gonna go Ernie because I mean he was my favorite.
Why? Because he had a rubber ducky.
I guess I don't know. I just liked Ernie better, but I think Ernie because for me, maybe he's like it's just a front, you know. Like he's living in the same house as Bert. He's experiencing basically the same life. Maybe he's just as miserable, but he's just burying it. So when it comes out hard. And he like
I'm still taking Bert on this.
He like beats his fucking rubber ducky into Bert's fucking throat hole, and then Bert's just like whee whee whee. And Ernie's just like fucking strangling him slowly as it just like slowly peters out.
You're right there.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Just let your feelings out, everybody. I guess is my message.
All right, last death match. We've got Crocodile Dundee versus Mick Taylor from Wolf Creek.
I was going to say versus Stingray, and he loses.
You're thinking the Crocodile Hunter.
Oh, okay. Dundee.
Yeah, Dundee.
Versus, like, Mick the fucking Wolf Creek?
Yeah.
Fucking... Yeah, I'm going Wolf Creek on this one.
So am I.
Yeah, he fucking got him.
I'll tell you a little secret. I've never seen Crocodile Dundee.
That's very un-Australian of you, maybe.
I've never seen Crocodile Dundee. I've never seen Mad Max. I've never seen Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I don't like Australian movies.
I haven't seen Priscilla. Mad Max is good, but...
I'm sure it's great. I don't...
Watch Fury Road at least. You'd like Fury Road.
People have been telling me to watch that since it came out, and I still haven't, so...
Because you would.
Yeah, maybe.
It's also not an Australian movie. It's just made by an Australian dude and filmed here. That's all. It's mostly Australia. I mean, it's mostly British and American people in it.
The original or Fury Road?
Fury Road.
Yeah, okay. It's got nothing to do with it being Australian that I haven't watched it. It's just that I keep forgetting it exists.
That's fair.
So, yeah. But yeah, like, what's Crocodile Dundee going to do to Mick Taylor?
Not much.
That's not a knife. And then
he's like, fucking oath it is.
Alright, Zimvader says, why do some pelicans think it's ki ma ma ma? Side note, look, Zim, because it fucking is. It's ki ma ma ma. It's not chi ha ha ha. He goes, side note, in case you go down this road, if I record myself playing an E chord on guitar, and then in post-productions, I manipulate said chord E so that it now sounds like a C, is the sound now a C, or because I recorded an E, we'll still call it an E? It's still an E.
Oh. That's, yeah, okay. I don't know. I have to get my guitar out.
It's ki ma ma ma.
Do I need to go get my guitar?
No, you do not. It's all good.
Okay, alright, fine.
He goes, also, what's the latest on all the Friday stuff? Isn't there a movie and a series in the work? Okay, from what I know, and I haven't really been delving deep into this, there's a lot of other horror podcasts that you can ask for details because they keep up to date with what's happening.
Ice Cube Friday or Friday the 13th?
Friday the 13th.
Okay, just checking.
As far as I know, the court has been settled.
That'd be a fun crossover, though.
Yeah. Yeah, every time Jason kills someone, they just go, damn! You got knocked the fuck out!
Sorry, anyway, answer the question properly.
The court case between Sean Cunningham and Victor Miller has come to a close. Victor Miller ended up winning, but I can't remember all the details of what he won. I think he had the Friday the 13th name, the camp, and something else. I don't think he got Jason in the incarnation that we know. I could be completely off base right now, but yeah. As for a movie, I think I heard rumors of Sean Cunningham coming to Victor Miller saying, let's settle this, we can create a movie, but I don't know what the go with that is. And the TV series is apparently slated for release in 2024, and it's going to be about Jason. He's as a child, I believe. I don't know what they're doing with it, but I don't want a fucking TV series Friday the 13th. I want another movie. Can we?
For those that don't know, like me, what's the court case about? What's the contention?
So, Victor Miller sued Sean Cunningham because Victor Miller was the one that wrote the original Friday the 13th.
Okay.
Sean Cunningham was the one that directed the original Friday the 13th, and
okay.
Yeah, dude, I haven't really been paying attention as to what's happening. I don't really care. But Victor Miller was suing Sean Cunningham because of the money that he lost.
Got it.
Yeah, basically. So, I don't know the full details. I'm sure someone listening right now can explain so much more on what's happening. But the court case was going on for ages and led to things such as the Friday the 13th game shutting down,
yeah,
basically.
that shit.
Yeah. So, all these different things. That's why we haven't seen a Friday the 13th or Jason movie since 2009. Because
for that long, it's been up in fucking the courts and shit.
Not for that long, but yeah, it's been a while.
Interesting.
So,
okay, cool.
Yeah. As far as I know,
not cool, really.
No, as far as I know, Jason and Friday the 13th are still under the New Line banner, but I don't know everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It sucks. Hopefully one day we'll get another Jason movie. But yeah, speaking about Jason Voorhees, next week's show is going to, or next episode, sorry, is going to be an interesting one. We have literally the fight to end all fights.
Yes, we're having a fight. Actually, it's a fight.
How am I going to explain? How can I explain this?
It's a versus.
We're doing a versus. So, we're doing a fight to see which is the best fight in horror. We have Freddy vs. Jason versus Aliens vs. Predator versus Godzilla vs. Kong. Which is the best versus movie?
It's a tag team triple threat-ish.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be, I reckon it's going to be fun.
Yeah, we'll see how it
fun.
all pans out.
Yeah. Who is winning? Oh, it's going to be fun because they're going to ask questions like who wins in a fight, Godzilla or Freddy Krueger? Yeah.
Depends if Godzilla sleeps.
Exactly. So, that is it. We'll get to that next episode, but that is it for us on here on Dummies of Horror. Thank you guys so much for joining it. We have a Patreon page open right now with tons of cool shit. I'll be doing a interesting top 10 coming out soon, which is Tim's top 10 worst horror movie decisions.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's coming out this month. And we've also...
in the context of making the movie, or in the context of like, oh, I'm going to run upstairs because I'm an idiot?
Yeah, of decisions as in like, I'm going to run upstairs, I'm an idiot.
Got it.
Yeah. That would be fun too, making a movie. Anyway.
Well, not making a movie, but like worst, like casting
ideas.
Jada Pinkett Smith over Cameron Diaz, like that kind of thing.
That would require a lot of study, but that's
I was going to say there'd be some research.
Yeah. And then we also got upcoming Arnold Schwarzenegger episode coming out at the end of this month. We're doing True Lies.
Hell's yeah.
So get on board. Go over to patreon.com/dummies of horror to join up. And you can cancel at any time.
Yeah.
Why not?
Don't care. Just stay.
Yeah, stay with us. We have shit coming out all the time.
All the time. Promise.
All right. That's it. I'm out of here. See you
bye.
later.
Do you want to just wait and hang out? And
Yeah, can you do the end noise that I usually do?
Bleep. What was it again?
Dip!
Welcome, kiddies. Would you like to dance to death? All you have to do is come to the Crypt Keeper's party. A monster bash, if you will. Come on down! Treat, inviting you all to a feast. Only the best of fiends can come. We'll have skeletons of fun. So come on down to the Keeper's Zoo. I'm sure it will get rave reviews. Be on time if you can. But this is the Crypt Jam. Just jam. Oh, jam. The Crypt Keeper's in the house. With a groove that's nasty and mean, like the effects of a guillotine. Permanent headaches, the end of the mission. For you have entered the Keeper's Terrorvision. So everybody just make that dash. A dash to the Crypt Keeper's Monster Bash. So come along with the Keeper's plan. But this is the Crypt Jam.